makes it left, he makes it right. Money, money, money. And we are live. Want to thank everybody coming for episode 4, season 3, MoneyPot Podcast. And of course, I got the right hand man. Oh, And then, of course, on my left, I got my man B. And the boys left me. It's all good though, man. And homie Sdot, he had to do something personal. He had to handle, and then the homie B.Diddy, out there getting these chips with dip at Parks at the poker table, bringing them home. Hopefully, he ran deep in a tournament today, so hopefully he brings that back. But I'm still here, Moss Money, and we're gonna get right into it, man. Let me bring up my notes. Hope everybody's having a blessed night. I can't complain myself. We got 4 live shows left at the Spicy Belly, 3847 Terrace Street. We got special guests coming up next week. The homie Tenn Miller is a good friend of mine, is a hypnotist. So please come out, show your love. We have $50 in free giveaways of up to $50 in food and beverages, and people love the bottomless mimosa. Shout out to the homie Jimmy. You know, if you're looking for advertising on the show or at the bar, please reach me at moneypoppodcast@gmail.com. We're going to be doing hats soon, sweatshirts, sweatsuits. We're doing them per order. And just come out and support MoneyPot Podcast. I'm on Twitter, MoneyPot Podcast. I'm on Instagram, MoneyPot Podcast. I'm on Facebook, MoneyPot Podcast. We're on SoundCloud. We're everywhere. iTunes, YouTube. Subscribe to us, man. We're all the way around. So let's get into it. I'm going to change the format since it's just me today. We're going to do it a little bit differently. First lock of the day. I love San Diego. It's a high spread. I think it's at 10.5. But Josh Allen is who? No, hold on. Let me go back. Are they playing? No. I'm sorry, not Josh Allen. San Fran. They're playing San Fran. So San Fran is coming off the biggest. Their season's over. Garoppolo's done. They're banged up in the secondary. They're banged up in their running backs. They're bringing C.J. Breatha, whatever his last name is, onto the field. I don't see a way that they can keep up with San Diego. Too much offense. They're just a better team from top to bottom. I like San Diego to cover. But also coming for the next show, what we're going to look at is we're going to bring in some NBA. I know Embiid, people getting excited with Embiid and Simmons. Speaking of like other Philly sports, yo, did y'all see the mascot for the Flyers? Oh my Jesus. What they used to say, Jesus, cheese and crackers. Oh my God. Whatever that thing is, it needs to go away. That's all I got to say about that. But the homie Steve are going to be coming in with some NBA news. We're going to have some Sixers updates and just give us a post. Steve is really great at keeping tabs on basketball, so that should be a good, nice little segment for next week. Second lock of the day, Chicago, bro. Love Chicago in this spot. I don't even know who they're facing. Let me double check that. How can I not know who they're facing? I'm trying to think. It's not Oakland, of course not. Let's see here. Sorry for the wait. Tampa Bay, that's right. I love Chicago in this spot right here. Tampa Bay really doesn't have a good defense. And I think in this spot right here, Fitz is a must-win situation because if he knows if he loses, they're going to a bye next week. Gives Winston another week to get ready. He's obviously the number 1 pick. He's obviously the future. We're just riding a hot hand. And I think in these pressure spot, Fitz is going to fail. They're not going to be able to run the ball in Chicago. They can't really run the ball anyway, but they're not going to be able to run the ball. So you're going to make it one-dimensional. So you're going to put it on Fitz to win you the game. And against the number one defense in the league in Chicago, even though how bad Trubisky is, give me Chicago. I'll take that bet. -3 Chicago. And here's a bonus pick. Lock number 3. Same game. Give me the under. Right now it's at 46.5. It's way too high for a Chicago game. That's banking that Fitz and company is going to put up 20-plus points. I just don't see it. I like Chicago to really put a hamper on them. I don't see them really scoring no more than 14 points in this game. I can really see a 24-14 game, Chicago. So that's 3 locks. San Diego -10.5. Chicago -3. And the under for Chicago, Tampa Bay, 46.5 under. So let's get right into some Eagles news. We all know that Anshan might play. If he does play, he'll be on a snap count, which could be really cool and great. That offense is really starting to come back. Ajayi said he came out, I broke my back. My back is broken. So he has a fractured back, but he's gonna still kind of go with it. I don't really see him as being a threat in terms of being offensively like somebody they have to worry about. I think Clement is the guy. I did in one of my bold prediction was Clement was going to lead this team rushing. I think that's going to come true. I don't see Ajayi staying healthy for the whole year. But we're getting better offensively. We're getting some of the pieces back. Sproles is still out, so it's still coming together. But about the game itself, which I'm going to pick on my 4th lock, it's a really weird game to handicap. We're notorious about being bad on the road. Our defense gives up almost double the points on the road. We give up almost 25 points a game. Back home, we're around 12, 13 giving up, so huge difference. Our secondary is somewhat leaky. The problem is that the handicap this game, Tennessee is somewhat, vanilla, right? They don't really scare you offensively. Henry's kind of straightforward. Deion Lewis is, we know who he is. They have nobody scary on the outside besides obviously Corey Davis that hasn't lived up to the hype. They have a sound defense though. Their defense plays together. Their defense it plays to the end of to the 4th quarter. So I could see this being a small trap game for the Eagles. To be honest with you, they have the Vikings next week, and they have the G-Men coming up, which are huge NFC division games. This could be a small spot where the Eagles are looking ahead and kind of looking past out of division or conference opponent being the AFC. I kind of like the under here. I don't see a lot of scoring in this game. So we're going with our 9, and I said lock. This is a strong lean. I really like the under in this game at 41. I think it was 41.5 or 42 when it first came down. It was getting bet down. I really like the under. I wouldn't bet if it gets to 40 because it could be easily a 2017 game. I have it 50-50 as a coin flip. At first, I really like the Eagles, but I just don't think that this game is a gimme game, is just, run away, it's artist take away. I think they're going to have trouble at this game. Wentz is still working his way back. Locks from B.Diddy for college football. Let me bring those up. He had one that I really, really liked, but just giving you a heads up of what his plays were. He had 4 locks, Syracuse versus Clemson. He likes Syracuse to cover there, 25.5. Ohio State and Penn State. He likes Ohio State there, -3.5. Boise State versus Wyoming. He likes Boise State right there, -17. And Hawaii, -10 versus SJSU. I really love the Hawaii pick. I think they're really underrated. He has a lot of strong leans, and I'll just go through those quickly. West Virginia at TTU, he likes the over there, 73. He likes the over in the Cincy UConn game, 58. likes Purdue at Nebraska -3.5. He likes FAU -3 versus MTU, and he likes to pick UK versus South Carolina. That's University of Kentucky versus South Carolina. Those are his 5 leans, but let's go back and most importantly, the locks that what you want to give you where he's going to put his own money. All our locks is what we bet on Sundays. His locks is once again Syracuse +25 versus Clemson, Ohio State -3.5 versus Penn State, Boise State -17 versus Wyoming, and Hawaii -10 versus SJSU. Shout out to the homie B.Diddy for the locks. Let's keep the show moving. We got one more lock. Gimme Green Bay. And this is why I got messed up earlier in the show talking about Buffalo. Gimme Green Bay. Home favorite. Big spread. -9.5. And might get the 10 on game day. I think that Buffalo game was a fluke last week against the Vikes. They don't do that. You know, they do that 1 out of 100 times. They got lucky right there. You know, that Buffalo team is still a bad team. 31st in total offense, still giving up 28 points a game defensively. They have to go on the road again against a good powerhouse, good quarterbacking team in the Green Bay Packers and Lambeau, which is always a tough place to play. I just don't see them keeping pace with Rodgers. I really don't. I think Rodgers actually practiced on Thursday this time around, so I don't know if that means if the knee's getting better, he's getting more comfortable with the pain tolerance. You know, that defense over there only has 8 sacks and 1 pick. We know Rodgers doesn't really turn the ball over, so I really like Green Bay in this spot. They got trashed last week. I see this as a bounce-back game. I see Buffalo really not staying pace. A lot of people are really hype about Josh Allen, but at the end of the day, he's only throwing for 55% on his passes. He's still a rookie, very raw. So give me the Packers -9.5, and I'm back in A-Rod. So let's go back, recap one more time of the whole show because I'm speed going through it. We got 4 live shows at the Spicy Belly still coming. Next special guest is the homie Tenn Miller, who's a hypnotist. Maybe you'll get hypnotized. Maybe I'll get hypnotized. Hell, he might even hypnotize the whole bar, man. But we're going to have a great time. I'm still giving away $50 in free food and beverages. Any advertising, anything you guys want to do on the show, reach me at MoneyPot Podcast at gmail.com. We have hats, hoodies, sweatshirts all coming. You know, to the show. The homie Sdot, Steve-O, the homie B.Diddy will be back for next show. And we're just looking at my locks. I have 4 locks and 1 lean. 4 locks and 1 lean. My first lock is San Diego -10.5. My second lock is Chicago -3. My third lock is the under 46.5. Chicago in the Tampa Bay game. That was my third. My fourth lock is Green Bay -9.5, and I strongly lean to the under of 41. The Eagles versus the Titans game. I really had to have a toss-up game. I think the Eagles should pull it off. They might not cover. I think Tennessee does make it a better game than what people think. So hopefully we can get that. Hopefully this is not a little trap game for the Eagles, and hopefully we can get back to winning football. Not get back to winning football. We did win football, but you know, I think I'm 50-50 on that game. I really am. There's a lot of other games that people were asking me about, Miami and New England. I'm not betting the game because I don't bet against time, but I actually like Miami in that game, man. At first I was on Oakland as well with the Cleveland and Oakland game, but Oakland just can't rush the passer. That was a bad move, you know, not re-signing Mack. So, you know, I kind of like Cleveland in that play, man. I think he has a live arm over there in Cleveland. So, you know, we'll see on that. I'm trying to think of another game that somebody else asked me about. Also, I'm actually also selling my picks too. You know, if you want to get more in-depth analysis and picks on how I pick my picks, please reach out to me at MoneyPot Podcast at gmail.com. I think that's it. Happy handicapping. Let's go get this money, man. Secure the bag. Almost forgot, man. On a late text, we got the homie Steve-O's picks. He likes the Chargers as well. Bang with you, homie. He likes Jacksonville, Seattle, and New England, all straight up bets. Homie Steve-O, Jacksonville, Chargers, Seattle, New England. Holla.